Gregory the Great, who lived at the end of the 6th century, said that for the illiterate, a painting is what writing represents to those who can read. And according to Goethe, the ear is deaf and the mouth numb, only the eye perceives and speaks. Paintings speak, impress, evoke emotions and carry us away. The religious service performed in temples along with church paintings were the most immediate, accessible and powerful sources of influence on believers in the Middle Ages. The design of the composition, the common principles of decoration and logic unfold through thematic cycles with the alignment of the saints and the scenes on the walls of the temple in conformity to the decisions of the 7th Ecumenical Church Council held in Nicaea in the year 787, a system to be applied in its entirety from the 11th century onwards. The selection and the alignment of the images, the emphasis on one canonical scene or another, are influenced equally by the age and the artistic preferences of the generous donors who commissioned the mural decorations. At the same time, the rich impressions of the painters themselves, drawing on real-life experiences, and their enviable artistic audacity come together to give birth to more than 240 outstanding murals. Boyana Church is renowned mostly for its masterful murals dating back to the year 1259. Until the year 2008, the names of these master painters were still unknown. Their works show an added dimension of realistic depiction, all the more refreshing against the backdrop of the rigid Byzantine canon. The strict composition's brevity and finality of depiction, the psychological analysis behind the images, their mere selection and positioning correspond to those used in Byzantine art, but there is also a number of digressions. For example, the numerous warrior saints, also typical for other Bulgarian churches dating back to this period, and the depiction of scenes from everyday life of Bulgarians at that time. The Boyana Church murals have a significant place in European medieval painting owing to their psychological complexity, the sense of realism they convey, and the democratically painted images they present that are far more advanced than those of their contemporaries. In medieval painting, images are usually highly composite, whilst the artist who created the masterpieces of Boyana Church was able to achieve a dimension of psychological depth as well as individual portrayal. These created an interesting portrait gallery of Bulgarian society in the Middle Ages. The creative spirit, intelligence and craftsmanship of the master painters of Boyana Church, perfected at the Turnavo school of painting, allowed them to express their talent with inimitable inspiration and aesthetic flair. That transforms Boyana Church into a unique monument of art.